My name is Jesse Dreyfuse, and it is by the will of God my words are being heard from a prison cell. Tomorrow's a big day. We'll be on the stand, and we'll be explaining to them the situation. And I can't imagine why they would want me to get on a stand and explain anything when they know who I am and how I am, and they're fully aware of the situation. But tomorrow's going to be quite interesting, and I prayed, and I prayed, and there's no way around it. They just can't never get around what they've done. And there's no justifying it. There is no justice for what they did. There's no justifying it, and they can't hide from it. I guess they want to ask me if I was offered a plea deal. And I was in fact offered what they call the Alfred Kennedy plea, which I'm sure you're aware. That means that you're saying I'm not guilty. I'm not going to say that I'm guilty. I'm going to say that the state has enough evidence to convict me if I go to a trial. So therefore, I'm going to accept this plea deal. Make it easy for everybody. They did offer me a 10-year flat, which in West Virginia would have been 5 years. And I told him to stick it in his ass. And that's exactly what I told him. I said, well, what you can do with your plea deal is you can go ahead and put hinges on it and slam it in your ass. And he looked at me like, what? You don't have the evidence because I never did that, so I'm not going to admit guilt. And he goes, no, you're not admitting guilt. You're just saying we have enough evidence. And I said, well, you don't have that either. So I'm never accepting the plea. I'm not doing it. Stick it in your ass. Well, they thought that was rude. I thought it was rude that they would even approach me with some kind of shit like that. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. Well, we got enough evidence. No, you don't. You said I beat a man's brains out with a ball bat and he never had no such injury. So I'm not going to say you have enough evidence because this evidence doesn't exist. That's a lie. I have the evidence. The autopsy report, medical records prove that they didn't have that. Then they got that evidence sealed, and then I couldn't use it in my trial. And then they put a man on the stand and said he watched me beat this man's brains out with a ball bat, and they cleaned up brain matter and skull fragments, knowing that it was absolutely a lie. And nobody said anything. They all sat there, and the jurors broke out in tears, and I'm like, somebody needs to object. And they're like, well, we can't because they showed the medical records and autopsy reports, so we can't object. At that point, I realized what they had done. Did the state have enough evidence at that particular point? Sure, but they didn't tell me they was going to use false fabricated evidence in perjured testimony. They didn't tell me they was going to lie and make up a cause of death that didn't exist. He sat with the prosecution through the entire trial. He never sat with me. But they're going to allow me to get on a stand again tomorrow in all of their wisdom. And it's by God's will that I get to expose them once again. In open court, God is allowing this to happen. He's making it happen. He's allowing me to once again show them. I've not done it just once. I've already done it twice. And tomorrow I get to do it again. That's the power of God. You can't silence me. They cannot silence me. They cannot silence God.
J1 7